Afternoon, Dave at EcoTune. We got Mercedes W204 C-Class in where the steering lock's failed. We've got the column out and we've got the steering lock off it. At the moment, Mercedes dealerships are closed, so we are going to program an emulator to it to get the vehicle running, to get the customer back on the road one way or another, just for now. So we've got the EIS or the EZS, the key switch, whatever you want to call it, and the emulator, both hooked up using the Autel G-Box 2. We're using the IM608. And we are going to go into, EIS tools. We're going to go read EIS data. We're going to do it by OBD, G-Box, W204. Here's the instructions to wire it up. So very clear, and press OK. It's going to read the data from the EIS. So as you can see, we've just pulled all the data out of the EIS. This is not the password. We're going to press OK, and we're going to save the EIS data, and you can see it's saved to this path. OK. So what we now need to do is we need to get the password for the key. So we're going to get the password by going through the add key. So we're going to go add key, on the bench, G-Box, W204, hookup situation exactly the same. I'm going to go to OK. So this is going to give us the password for the vehicle. So insert the key and wait 5 seconds. Begin. So we've inserted the key. Pull the key out. Okay. You might get some pauses here, but it shouldn't be too long. There is a few of these videos on the internet, but unfortunately they're very blurry. Makes it hard to understand. So we thought we'd do one of our own. We'll get there eventually. Some of this you've got to be patient with. When it's actually calculating the password, it can take anywhere between 10 and 30 minutes. Typically, in a few minutes, you get the password back. So put the key back into the EIS, wait 2 seconds, press OK. Can the key be turned? Yes, it can. Right, now take the key out, put it in the Autel IR slot. OK. So this is where the calculation part takes place. This is where it's connecting to the server. So also you need good Wi-Fi, and everything takes place on here. It will come back, like I say, generally 10 to 30 minutes, but sometimes it's a lot quicker. So rather than leaving you holding, I'm going to pause the video and then we'll return to it. So it's succeeded to compute the password. So we can now stop, obviously, adding the key. So we're not going to do anything else. We're just going to press OK and let it end of its own accord. I'm going to pull the key out of here because we don't need it in there now. So now we've got the password. Now we've got the EIS data. We're going to write it to the emulator. And you'll see where we need this information in a minute, once it's done this. Eventually. Alright, okay, we're going to come back out of that. We're going to go back into ESL tools now. We're on W204. Has the G-Box been used? Yes, it has. Right, we want to write ESL data. So we're going to pick the location for where we save the EIS data. But what it's going to do first, it's going to read the data in here first. Right, so once it's read the data, I'm going to press OK. Right, we're going to select the file that we read from the EIS. So it's in EIS data, and here we are. So obviously it's got the VIN number and the time. So we're selecting this file, loading the files. Right, so that's the file that we're going to write to it. So we're going to press OK. The EISSS ID, you got that in the original file, but it will automatically pull it out. And the key password is the password that we've just read, and this is where you enter it. I'm going to press OK. It's now going to write to the emulator. It will fail on personality writing, but the vehicle will start and it will be fine. That's the emulator now programmed. So as you can see, when you put the key into it, you can see it's unlocked, locked. So the noise you hear is the emulation of the simulator. So that's it now. So that can be plugged straight back in the car now, and then it will work as normal. Cheers.